Hello everyone and welcome back to Tiana's Almost There Twisted Tale, episode 26, chapter 25. We're here. Let's get into it. Naveen stood in front of his desk, mumbling the words he'd practiced over and over again. Too much hinged on this meeting with Mr. LaBeouf for him to screw it up. He absently rubbed at the welts on his arm, remnants of the mosquito attack earlier that day. Somehow it felt like a million years ago now. He'd come to the mill after leaving Congo Square, assuring Tiana and Charlotte they would clean his wounds as soon as he got there, since the mill was closer than home. And to his surprise, he'd found John Dugas waiting for him. The man had countered with several uncustomary demands, stipulations that the mill's other customers would never dream of requesting. But Dugas Candy Company would not be an ordinary customer. It was Naveen's job to convince Mr. LaBeouf of that. If he could not, he might just have to give more thought to that invitation from his parents. Naveen glanced over at the missive on his desk. It taunted him, silently insisting that he pack up and return to a life of luxury he'd once lived, asserting that he was a fool to think he could handle anything on his own. But he could do this. He would show Mr. LaBeouf that partnering with the candy company was in the sugar mill's best interest. And maybe even help Mr. LaBeouf notice the contribution of the guys on the floor like Randy, see that they have more to give. Naveen resumed his pacing. He stuck out his hand and engaged in an imaginary handshake. "Thank you for seeing me, Mr. LaBeouf. Have I got a proposal for you?" Naveen shook his head. No, it's all wrong. Not enough enthusiasm. Maybe if I... Naveen, sugar, where were you? Naveen ran out of his office at the sound of that very distant voice calling his name. A moment later, he saw Charlotte climbing the stairs to the balcony. Was she wearing trousers? Naveen was so shocked that he could have knocked himself over with a feather. Wait, was he supposed to knock himself with the feather? That didn't seem right. These American sayings still baffled him. "There you are!" Charlotte exclaimed as she made it to the landing. "Charlotte, what are you wearing?" Naveen asked. "Forget about my clothes," she said. "I need you to come with me, now." No, I can't," he said. "I have an important meeting with your father." "There is nothing more important than this," Charlotte said. "Then again, I don't know if I should even tell you." She told me not to tell anyone. She wrung her hands together, dismay evident in her worried eyes. "Oh, but I have to, because somebody needs to talk some sense into that girl." "To who? What girl?" "It's Tiana," Charlotte said. "She's in trouble." Panic instantly knotted in his chest. He thought about this picnic, about the look in her eyes when she'd spoken about the strangely aggressive insects. "Trouble? Where? What has happened?" "That's just it. I'm not even sure. She gave me bits and pieces. But I've known her for far too long not to understand when she's giving me the full story." She began to relay what Tiana had shared with her, but Naveen had a hard time following. Something about her getting involved with a man known for cheating folks around the French Quarter out of their money. "Charlotte, are you sure about this?" Naveen asked with an incredulous frown. "Tiana doesn't seem like one who is so easily swindled. She told me with her own mouth. She made some kind of deal with a shadow man, and now she wants out of it. I offered Big Daddy's help, but she doesn't want me to tell him. Said the only person who can help is a lady who lives on the Bayou." "Mama Rhodey?" he asked automatically. Charlotte's eye widened. "You know her?" Naveen froze. I'm not sure." "How did I know her name?" How did you know her name?" How did I know that name? It had popped into his head the minute Charlotte said the Bayou. Maybe Tiana mentioned her before Naveen tried. Charlotte started that thing with her hands again, nervously twisting them. "I just don't know what to do about all this, Naveen. It's too dangerous. Tiana's talking about renting a boat, going out there on her own. I can't let her do that. That's why I'm in these blasted pants." "So you're going too?" "I have to," Charlotte said. "I can't very well let my best friend go sailing in the middle of nowhere by herself. But I would feel so much better if you joined us." Naveen reared his head back. Me and Tiana? On a boat? Together? Why did that seem somehow familiar? "Oh, please say you'll come with us," Charlotte said. Naveen glanced at the letter from his parents again, then at Charlotte. He thought about Tiana in trouble, and knew there was only one answer. Lead the way.